Mm-hmm. 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 Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds and when there are clouds. There it is. Hey, good evening. Okay, we're going to start that again. Hey, Steph. Hey, Mary. Take two. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Uh, is that true? I don't know. It's a very beautiful and simple notion. Smile, though your heart is aching. By the way, that is a Charlie Chaplin song. That's Charlie Chaplin who wrote those words. No, he wrote the music. Charlie Chaplin wrote that music, and the words are by. I'm futzing with the level, the horizontal, the horizon. Wait, you don't see me on YouTube? Are you serious? No, 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 no. Hey, good evening, everybody. First of all, this is the No Show. The No Show happens every night at 9 on the East Coast. Hello, Steph. That was my pleasure to chat with you yesterday. Okay, I'm hearing from people on YouTube. I thought you did see me there. Okay, buonasera, Jeffrey. Thank you, Dave in LA. Mary in Chicago. Yes, I am visible on YouTube, but maybe Chicago has me blacked out for reasons I don't know. My name is Mud in Chicago. Good evening, Dawn. Good evening. So there's research apparently. There's actually oh, thanks, Mary. Okay, it was delayed. There's actually there's research. Okay, William James. Okay, everyone knows Henry James. Henry James, the novelist who wrote The Ambassadors, which I couldn't read. I tried it in high school. We were supposed to read it for AP English. Couldn't do it. It just was beyond me. I think we had to read some Henry James. I was then an English major. I don't really think. I think maybe I read one thing by Henry James. In any case, Henry James had a brother, William James, famous psychologist. And apparently, William James did a study of just, I think he had this theory that your facial expressions could cause your moods, as opposed to just the other way around, where your facial expressions reflect your mood, reflect your emotions, reflect the inner vicissitudes on your psychic sea. William James said you could do it the other way around. You can kind of provoke the emotions through the facial expressions. So Charlie Chaplin is sort of signing on to that idea here. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Maybe this is related to that. You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Anyway. Let a smile be your something. Isn't that a song also? I was looking up other smile songs. I wanted to do a kind of smile set, just a set of smile songs. But the book that I have it only has one other smile song that was in my wheelhouse. Wah, 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 wah. La, dee, da, 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 da. And I left my book over on the piano. Let a smile be your umbrella. There it is. Is that it? Let a smile be your... I don't know. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. I think that must be 1967. Who is that? Come on, people now. Smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. All right, so that was Charlie Chaplin. I don't know when he wrote that. I didn't Wikipedia. Oh, we can do that right now. Yeah, I can tell you exactly when Charlie Chaplin wrote that tune. By the way, if you had trouble finding me and if I didn't pop up right away on YouTube, I'm sorry that was sticky, and it's so disturbing to me how giant my fingers look when I go to type something in. Chaplin, there it is. There it is, 1936 film, Modern Times, Smile, Charlie Chaplin. Composed the song with the help of David Raxin. He was inspired by a sequence in the first act love duet from Puccini's opera Tosca. I didn't know that. I had no idea. So in the first act of Tosca, in a love duet, Cavaradossi, the tenor sings "Quale occhio al mondo può star di paro." I think it means like what eye in the world could be as beautiful. He has a whole thing. Cavaradossi sings to Tosca about how her dark eyes are just so entrancing. It's all about her eyes. He's an eye guy. Some people are this guy, that guy. He's an eye guy. He likes the dark eyes. That's another good song, Occhi Giorni. There's that Russian traditional song, Occhi Giorni, about the dark eyes, black eyes. Also in Italian, in that Tosca, they say occhi neri, black, but it doesn't mean black eyes. It means dark. All right, so in the lyrics, so what we just listened to, based on the lines and themes from the film, the singer is telling a listener to cheer up and that there is always a bright tomorrow just as long as they smile. Okay, yeah, that's definitely what it says. Oh, when Irish eyes are smiling. That's another good smile song. Okay. That's really impressive, though, Chaplin, apart from being an incredible actor, writer, director, probably editor. physical comedian, all that. He could also compose an amazing song. Wow. All right. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, I'm going to look this one up and do it since I don't have my book in front of me. When you're smiling, let's see if that pops up. Oh, Dean Martin, When You're Smiling. Look at that. Oh, and there's Louis Armstrong. Let's see if this is just doable without a lot of, without a big to-do. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, oh, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again. Keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again. Keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. I don't know why. Is that... That's based on no personal knowledge of the tradition of that song, or anything about Jimmy Durante is more of what I was... I don't really know anything about Jimmy Durante. I just saw like people impersonating him, and then cartoon renditions of Jimmy Durante singing. So I don't know anything about Jimmy Durante. Anyway, okay. So good evening. This is the no-show. I'm schwitzing here. Whew. I'm wearing this bike jersey from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I was doing some biking. I don't like biking so much. I'll tell you what. I hew towards the sports with no equipment, because I get very impatient and frustrated with the equipment. You know, when you gotta deal with the boots and the skiing, and then the skis, and then the bindings, and then the rack, and then the this and the that. I like a sport like basketball. I like, because all you need is a basketball, and frequently the basketball's already there. Race walking, that's it. Now there's a sport. Zero equipment. I like a zero equipment sport. Some people are attracted to the positions in a sport that involve extra equipment, like the people who want to be the goalie, all sorts of extra pads, a special stick, a special mask, a special water bottle, all kinds of nonsense. The catcher in baseball, all those pads, and then it's not for me. I like the activities. Yeah, couch surfing. That's a good one, Z. Aloha. Hello, Hawaii. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I was thinking as I was describing this, it made it just sound like the sport I want to do is just not do a sport. But no, I don't know, I'm not an equipment guy. So for a while there, I was doing the biking and, the rack and all the rest. The universe finally told me the biking thing isn't for you, because I was coming back from an event. And you know how sometimes when you're pulling into like a parking area or whatever, there's a bar that hangs maybe like 8 feet off the ground or something like that, and it says low clearance. And you don't think about that ever, because you think, oh, that's for a truck, that's for, I don't know, like a cherry picker. Well, I had my bike on top of my car. This was up in Montreal. I was pulling into a hotel parking lot, and I pulled into, and I just heard a crunchy sound. It turned out my bike was, just sitting vertically on top of and the bike was totaled. Anyway, when you're smiling, golf. That's a good one. Don says golf, quote, you have to walk the distance of your mistake. I like it. Yeah, that was a big oops. And then I had someone help me to build another bike. Well, he built the bike. We found the parts. He built it from parts, and it was never, I never really got back into it. Anyway, that's my story about equipment. Okay, I want to tell you about the very exciting thing that happened today. I shot my scene for the episode of this Netflix series. It was just a lot of fun. It was great. Really, really fun. Really fun role. Incredible cast. So my scene was with some incredible actors, and the part was really fun. And here was the best thing about it, in a way. There were a lot of good things about it, but we did so many takes and we did a bunch of rehearsals before. A lot of times in these TV jobs, you just go right into it and you just shoot it, and you're just kind of figuring it out when you're already done. But here we just really sat with the scene for a long time. Many, 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 many takes, and it was an interesting scene. So it was just great to sink into it, and then it got really fluid, and where we were all kind of, it felt really real, and there was a lot of overlapping and ad-libbing, and it was just really fun. The crazy thing is we started shooting in the morning, and it was like a really nice spring, almost summery day. And by the afternoon, it had turned into a winter day. Same day, but suddenly was cold, overcast, threatening rain, and windy. So it was we had it all. We had all of the seasons, or at least two of them. Thanks, Dave. Yes, it was fun, Mary. Hey, Gloria, how you doing? What's happening? How's Tennessee tonight? Z, I agree with you. The thing I like about golf, he says, is that it gives me an excuse to wear stupid-looking hats. Yeah, you know what? I invite you, just wear the hats even if you're not playing golf. You don't need an excuse. Just put on, I mean, look, I'm putting on a biking shirt. I don't even have a bike at this point. I have a lot of hats. Z, I'm going to send you. I did an episode of this show when it was still the Instagram show. It was all of my hats. It was a hat episode, because I have collected so many hats over the years. I find and then rehabilitate and resurrect hats and make them mine. I have dozens and dozens of hats. So I went through all of them a few months ago. I'm going to find you that episode and send it to you. It was a fun one. Some of them are funny hats. Yes, all two of the seasons. Oh, a gardening hat. That's good. That must have a really wide brim. Is that the idea? All right. Couture. We're talking about couture this evening on the show. Got my Elvis book. Oh, I wanted to show you this. This is just, yeah. I got one of the super wide brims last summer at this place, Filson with an F. There's a Filson store in Union Square here, and it's an Alaskan, sort of like a hunting, trapping, camping, fraternizing with grizzly bears kind of company. They have some really nice stuff, and I got a wide brimmed hat in order to obey the dermatologist in my family and keep the sun off of my face, because I can't stick to the sunscreen stuff. Okay, I wanted to mention this. I was talking to my friend about it yesterday. This is an incredible book. This is the book of Genesis, but illustrated by R. Crumb. You can see on the front image, it's Adam and Eve being politely asked to leave the Garden of Eden by the Lord. It's really an amazing book. I mean, it's a famous book. People have heard of the book. It's the Bible. It's the first book of the Bible. It's the first of the 5 books of the Pentateuch, or Pentateuch. The 5 books of Moses. This is book 1. I'm kind of kidding. You know what the Bible is. But what he did is he turned it into like, it looks like a graphic novel, like a cartoon. And it's just really, it's incredible because it's eye-opening, because, there are stories and things that you've heard and seen and heard sermons about and seen portrayed and on screen. And my introduction to this stuff was in a religious school where you just read it and you're imagining it. But here he takes the actual text and then makes these incredible images. It's just I really recommend it. It's entertaining. It's mind expanding. Yeah, it's really just great. Z, yeah. You should, no relation to Phil Collins, the other Genesis. But here's the crazy thing. I saw a friend last night who told me that he was talking, and he heard this story about he heard this story from Genesis. He was talking to someone about it, and I had just read it in here in the Crumb version, and it's a version. Who is it who sends someone out to find him a wife? Anyone help me out here? Someone sends someone on a mission to go find him a wife. And he goes and finds Rebecca and brings her back, I think, for Isaac. But when he swears that he's going to go do this mission, it says in the text that he puts his hand under the other guy's thigh. That's how it's described. That's how he swears. He puts his hand under the thigh. So then my friend was saying that when he was reading it with his rabbi, who was kind of giving him some tutoring or spiritual, biblical tutelage, if you read the notes on this maneuver of swearing by putting the hand, it says under the thigh, but if you look at the end notes, I think he grabs his nuts. That's the way you swear. You swear by grabbing someone by the sack. Now, I don't know if this is true. Someone help me out here. Look this up. So, of course, we have the word to testify, or a testament, or testimony, or and it sounds a lot like the word, testes. Is that related? Is it because the swearing and making it testimonial? The tradition was that you would swear by someone's nuts. Is that a thing? Or is that just a coincidence, an etymological red herring? Gloria says, Gloria, that's so sweet. You say, I'm 58 and have never personally met a Jewish person. Well, consider me your first. Consider us having met. I guess we haven't met in person, but. All right, you said you live near this state or this national park, like Fall River Fall or Ford Maddox Ford. So yeah, there's no Jews out there in the woods or wherever it is. Although I did once meet a woman who helped me with some Russian text when I was learning this opera called The Golden Cockerel. In Russian, it's Zolotoy Petushok. Hey, Joey Z, how you doing? Nice to see you. Joseph Rimatello, very funny comedian in our audience. I'm honored. So I was learning the text for that role. There was a lot of Russian words. And the woman who helped me with the text, she lived over on 8th Avenue. And she was from what she called a group in Russia of mountain Jews. She was a mountain Jew. So maybe there are forest Jews if you really poke around there in Tennessee. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're on a digression. The whole show is a digression. Oh, I wanted to look at these Elvis songs before I close. You can shake an apple off an apple tree. Shake a shake sugar, but you'll never shake me. Uh-huh-huh, a doo-doo. Oh, no, sorry. Uh-huh-huh. I'm on a stick like glue. Stick because I'm stuck on you. Hide in the kitchen, hide in the hall. Ain't gonna do you no good at all. 'Cause once I catch you and the kissing starts, a team of wild horses couldn't tear us apart. Okay. I think we talked about that song because when I was a kid, I pictured wild horses tearing people apart. The subtext was lost on me. I was just focused on the animals in all these songs. Hold me close, hold me tight, let me through the eye. La-da-dee. Yeah, be careful when you're swearing or when someone's swearing to you. Yeah, that sounds nuts. That's funny, Pete. Yes. Testa Bologna. I think it's Bologna, maybe. Your testimony is the trial. In a trial is the test of what you have to say. Testimony. I don't think that. I think it has more to do with swearing. Oh, Fall Creek Falls. There it is. Thanks for. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're running out of time. Okay, here we go. Hold me close, hold me tight. Let me thrill with delight. Let me know where I stand from the start. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. Turning the page. Every time that we're near, every time that you're near, every time, or when you're near, we're near. I mean, 601. Every time that you're near, all my cares disappear. Darling, you're all that I'm living for. I want you, I need you, I love you more and more. I thought I could live without romance until you came to me. But now I know that I will go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be my own? Never leave me alone. 'Cause I die every time we're apart. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. All right. what did we learn? He wants her, he needs her, he loves her. Every time that you're near, his cares disappear. I mean, he likes her. He's fond of her. Okay, that's a great Elvis song. Music by Ira Kosloff and words by Maurice Mizels. Kosloff and Mizels. 1956. Okay, listen. I'm Ethan. This is the No Show. It happens every single night at 9 on the East Coast. And then you can do the math based on that, based on your time zone. And 9 p.m. every single night, 7 nights a week. And yeah, I traditionally I like to end the show with the song "Always" by Irving Berlin. I'll be here at 9 always. Well, let me see if I can find those. Yeah, I didn't bring my book over with me. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll be loving you always. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the shirt. We talked about the shirt, a bike shirt. Ba 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 da da dee da da. But always, fa 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 fa, always, ya da 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 da, always, ba 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 ba, ya da dee da da. Ya da dee da da, always. Always at 3 p.m. in Hawaii. Always at 3 p.m. Remember that. The show is at 3 in Hawaii. Trying to grow my Hawaiian audience. I got to sing in Hawaii. I spent a month there in Honolulu at the opera 15 years ago. What a great place. Thank you, Jeffrey, for tuning in and for the nice words. Jeffrey says you need to extend this from 30 minutes to 60 minutes at least. Okay, I'm going to take that under advisement with my sponsors, my producers, my writers, and my co-producers and my co-editors and my co-conspirators. All right, thank you very much. I bow to you all, and I thank you for your ears and eyes. And it's a real pleasure. Thank you very much. Have a great night.